far as food, movies, certain activities like camping, we have to we got to figure out, you know, we introduce each other to those things. So, yeah.
Hello, our beautiful people, and welcome back to our channel.
Today we're going to dive into a little conversation about interracial relationships. We're going to talk about a little bit of the challenges that we face, some of the differences, and I guess public views. We both have different opinions on the challenges that we face. Obviously, we're both different people. So we're gonna talk about my end, her end. We're gonna compare the two, and we'd like to do an open chat with you guys to see if whoever out there is in an interracial relationship kind of faces the same troubles that we face, or if you're in a relationship at all, if they kind of align with an interracial relationship. So just let us know. It's an open discussion, so feel free to dive in. But before we get started,
make sure to give the video a big thumbs up.
Yes. Go ahead and hit that notification bell in the corner, because we do have a lot more videos coming out and we want you to be notified. And of course, like always, shushribe. All right, let's get right into it.
Why do I whistle when we do that? The first struggle for me is when we take photos, and when I'm editing the photo and the saturation, I make myself look tanner, more tan, and he becomes orange. And I look bomb. Yeah. But I can't keep it like that because you look orange. That happens every single time. Yes. Also, when I'm editing the videos, I want to make myself look tan, but yeah, I put on fake tan now, so I don't have to do it. But
and for those of you who do not know, who are just tuning in, she's from Iceland, so
I'm pale.
Yeah, so she does have to make herself look tan. So I'm willing to take the sacrifice and hit to look orange for her to look tan, because I'm not gonna say she needs it, but it's something that she wants. Also, whenever I'm editing photos and I want to make myself look, I'm not saying I don't want to be dark, but when a photo comes out dark and I look dark, I have to go lighter, which makes her look more pale. And I'm just like, well, it's going on my Instagram, not hers, so she has to take the loss.
I feel like the photo editing is a struggle. Every single time I edit, it doesn't work out.
Yes. I think it just depends on if she's editing for her content or if I'm editing for my content, and whoever
if he looks a little bit orange, you know I edited the photo or the video.
So keep that in mind. So situation number 2, I'm gonna dive in and get a little real here. Some of the situations that I have ran into with an interracial relationship, especially at the beginning of our relationship, is cultural difference. I'm not necessarily talking about cultural difference as in she's from Iceland, I'm from America. I'm talking about our backgrounds as far as me being a black male and her being a white female. In the public eyes, nobody knows that she is from Iceland. She's just a white American female, and I am a black male. And being in Atlanta, especially down in the South, I don't know if you notice it or not, but I experience a lot of different looks. People, especially from the older adults out there, a lot of people look at us kind of in a scolding eye, as in like, oh, they shouldn't be together, or oh, they shouldn't this or that. So sometimes when we go into restaurants or movie theaters or anything like that, and they see us in a relationship, people wouldn't expect us to be together until she walks up to me and like hold my hand.
I think you experience that because you're black. I don't really see the look. Like,
it's probably because I'm black and I'm from America, and it's something that I've dealt with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you're black and you have experienced something like that, that's why you see when people are looking at you.
Yeah.
So I don't really like.
Yeah, she's just out there like whatever's going on is going on, and I'm just like, this is the life I live. So that is something that I deal with on a regular basis, especially when we are out together, and that's one of my situations.
Okay, so I don't know if this has to do with. I think it has to do with more like being black rather than like American and Icelandic. But I was gonna say, the first time I met you, like the first few times I met you, the language not as far as like English, but like the way you speak. Some words you use, the slangs, I didn't understand it. Some things that you said were uncomfortable for me. So
I'll explain because I don't want to look like the bad guy. So whenever I'm around my friends or my boys or my homies, we talk a little bit differently than I normally would when I'm around her. Especially when we first started dating, because I wasn't necessarily used to. I spent a lot of years single, so single talk was still coming out.
But I will say that I don't think it's not really like a black thing. It's more American, because I remember there was a white guy with you guys, and
yeah, we just
I just couldn't stand the language.
And not necessarily like cursing. It was just a lot of slang, a lot of
it was slang and like gender related things. So I think that
full disclosure, we were not talking bad about different genders. It's just boys will be boys.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I had never heard my friends, the guy friends in Iceland talk like that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's Icelandic American or more in the black culture. I don't know. What do you think?
Don't know. What do you guys think? I would probably say it could be a mix of both. Let us know in the comments below, because that's actually a topic that we would like to discuss more later on in the future.
I think I got it. I think because... How many
times do you think?
Remember when we were talking about like that in the black culture?
Yes.
It is really... The women... It's just a fact that they're not really...
Let me explain it like this. This brings me to my next topic. The black culture. For example, most black people will listen to rap music or will watch whatever is on BET or this. So our mindset has is shifted towards what they say in rap music or what they say on TV or so on and so forth. So back when we first met, the same way they would rap was the same way I would talk. And that kind of gives you a better explanation of what she is talking about. Which brings us to my next topic, the differences between not just a white female and a black male, but her being Icelandic, me being American. Our music preferences were different. Anytime I was driving around, listening to hip hop, listening to rap, she wouldn't really be into that. Me, I'm over there just bumping my music, one hand on the steering wheel, head out the window like, what up? And she's over here like, that's not what
they're
I do.
saying in these songs, it's not my thing.
Yeah. As even the same thing with black movies. You guys, if you're black out there, you can probably relate that there's just certain movies that the black culture have seen growing up. They don't necessarily make them anymore, but we've seen growing up. So me and my brothers, we would always be talking about it, and she'd just kind of be like, she's like that with every movie. Never seen it. But even with the black movies, like one of my favorite comedy movies, which is like Coming to America, that's something she's probably never seen.
Okay, so I'm editing this video right now, and he just said that she's probably never seen Coming to America, guys. I did not hear what he said while we were filming. When I'm editing it right now, I'm like, excuse me, I have seen that movie more than once, okay? That movie is hilarious. It's one of my favorite movies, and I just wanted to pause the video and say I've seen it. So yeah, keep enjoying the video. I wish we had some white movies.
They do. That's a little bit of the cultural differences that we face as an interracial relationship. So one thing that we do to overcome that is we introduce each other to the positive sides of our cultural background. I've changed a lot. Rap music is something that I don't necessarily listen to, so we don't run into that issue. But movies and a little bit of the culture as far as food, movies, certain activities like camping, we have to we got to figure out, you know, we introduce each other to those things. So, yeah.
We go to Iceland.
There's just certain things we don't do.
We're going camping. Don't worry. Just wait for that video.
Yeah, I'll go.
So sometimes when they're talking about something that I feel uncomfortable about, okay, I just leave the room, and he knows why. So I just leave. I let them talk, whatever.
I'll be honest with you. When we first met, like I said earlier, I was a different person than I am now. I was living like a single person while I was still in a relationship. Not like all the crazy, just the way that I talk and the way that I act.
Yeah.
So.
And you've changed that. So
yeah, I've changed that, and that's not necessarily an issue anymore. But it's one of the things that we ran across in the future. Another topic that I would say was a struggle with her coming to America, and I had to explain to her these struggles of how, I guess you could say, the social issues that is going on in America, especially with Black males.
So give them a little background about Iceland. Iceland is a very open-minded, gender equality. No one is racist. Well, of course, there's someone out there racist, but it's a very, free country and not many problems. And so when she came here and I had to explain to her why there are cop shootings going on in America, why there's Black Lives Matter, whether I agreed with anything that goes on or not, why there are certain things that Black people do as a community and that not everybody is invited to, but it's just like Black night out or Black social this or club night this or blah, 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 blah. Why these things exist. I had to explain those things to her. And that was one of the, I'm gonna just be honest with you, that took a while. That took a while for her to grasp. This is something that we continue to talk about, and I continue to introduce her to my culture as a Black male, because as we get deeper into our relationship, I want her to understand. I want her to know what is going on, especially since she isn't from this country. So yeah, I want her to be aware of what's going on, and then she can make her own decisions from there. Another struggle that I go through is, well, it's not really a struggle, but it gets annoying. And I wouldn't be getting this comment if I was with a white male. And that is like, oh, you love the Black boys, you like the Black men. And I'm like, why are you saying that to me? And then like some questions that I would never get if I was
true.
So,
yes, I get that a lot as well. Oh, you just like white girls. And that's not necessarily true. I mean, in my past, I've dated all different kinds of girls, and she's dated all different kinds of guys. So it's not necessarily a preference. But I think for us, we don't necessarily look at it as white or Black. We found a connection somewhere, even though there were a lot of things we probably didn't connect on, but we found a connection somewhere. We decided to help that grow. So that's one of the things that I wish I could change out there, is that a lot of people will just be like, oh, Black guys should only be with Black girls. And I completely understand, but I don't think that we should look at it from a color point of view. Look at the love of the relationship, not necessarily the race. And that's how we go into it. Now, if you have a preference, I get that.
It's fine,
if your preference is Black males, pursue that. But if your preference isn't one particular race and it's just, I'm just attracted to this person as an individual, then, I mean, unfortunately, we live in a society that is going to judge every little thing that we do. So my best advice is just shake the haters off and keep on moving.
The next thing I'm gonna talk about.
Oh. Makeup. So yeah, it's probably not interracial, but
it is. What do you mean it's not? I'm not talking about on your clothes. I'm talking about on your skin.
Oh. Yeah.
So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is when my makeup goes on his face.
And then I turn white.
Yay. But no, that happens sometimes. It doesn't really happen a lot, Because I don't really wear like a lot.
Yeah, you don't wear a lot of makeup unless we're really, really going out somewhere.
It has happened once, but you didn't realize.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about it is I don't realize what's happening, and if she doesn't say anything, I go out with makeup on.
But at least they know you're taken.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and let us know what you guys think in the comment section. We just wanted to take an opportunity to connect with you guys one-on-one and talk about something real, which is the interracial relationship. So definitely let us know. So definitely... Oh, there it is.
He's learning Icelandic.
So definitely let us know in the comment section below, because we definitely want to talk to you guys and
we want to hear your struggles, because we're still struggling with some of the things. We're still trying
to figure it all out, and it's going to take a lot longer. So
yeah,
hit us up. All right, we got another video coming for you guys later on. Remember, hit that notification button. You will be alerted on it.
Yes.
Hit the thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe.
And no. Hey, you said subscribe.
Yeah.
It's shushribe.
Just make sure she's awake. And we will see you guys next time. Later, dudes.